Welcome back in to Cougar Sports Saturday. However, and wherever you're listening, we appreciate you. If you're chasing that BYU box, good luck to you. The box that dropped in my neck of the woods, Vineyard, Utah. I think there's a donut competition going on right now for that. I would have loved to have been there. Donuts and free BYU gear. Would have loved that, but good luck to all you chasing that. Really fun event that BYU puts on every year, getting you hyped up for football. A surprise hype of the offseason was BYU football releasing every single uniform combination heading into this 2024 season. Kind of unusual. In prior years, they would release it on the Monday before the game. You didn't know what it was going to be. This year, it seemingly came out of nowhere, the reveal of all 12 combinations. Now, here's the thing. 10 of the 12 games are going to be in some combination of royal. Thank you. I love that. Royal to me should be the primary color. That's what I love. Inject that royal into my veins. So 10 games in royal, 2 games in navy. No white helmet with navy, and no traditional road uniform. You can go on to KSLSports.com. Mitch Harper wrote a piece kind of breaking it all down game by game. We'll just quickly give you September. So in the opener, they'll have royal blue jersey, royal pants, royal blue helmet, a complete royal flush on August 31st. September 6th, white jersey, navy numbers. So kind of a white and navy look. Mm-hmm. September 14th on the road, you'll have a white jersey with royal blue numbers, royal blue helmet with a royal face mask against Kansas State. We already know what that's going to be, the throwback 96 uniforms. And then on the road to close out the first month of the season at Baylor, all white jersey, royal blue numbers and stripes, white helmet, royal blue face mask at Baylor.
I like that they rolled it all out for these 12 games because it's a big deal for fans to know, maybe what colors to wear so they're in lockstep with the team. It sounds quirky, but that matters to BYU fans. They want to be able to be on the same page, and if they're wearing navy blue, they want to wear a navy blue shirt. So I think it's cool that they just rolled it out. And I think also, too, Matt, they wanted to roll out all 12 because remember last year, I think it was after the Iowa State game when they just got thumped by the Cyclones? They didn't release the jersey for the Oklahoma week. And because when you're on a 3-4 game skid, no one wants to hear about a uniform drop on a Monday. So to avoid that awkwardness and to celebrate kind of all the 12 different uniform combos, roll it out now. I thought that was great by BYU to do that. And I will say, BYU, they have some of the most uniform combinations in college football 25. So it'll be fun to actually, play these matchups and have these uniform combinations for the video game as well. But, yeah, I thought that was smart because you don't want that awkwardness if you do go through a losing streak because no one wants to hear about uniforms when you're on a 4-game skid.
My only nitpick is I do find myself missing kind of like a surprise drop. Like, I think in a perfect world, you'd release all 12, but maybe one of the weeks is mystery drop coming at a later date. And maybe that could be – because remember – was it 2 years ago? We had a few. We had that Vegas one, which was cool.
Yep.
But there was also the Arkansas one, which that kind of was a flop.
And that was supposed to be Vegas, but then Notre Dame threw a curveball and went all white, and they're like, we're going to do the blackout now instead of Arkansas. We're going to do that in Vegas, and then we'll do the hand-painted helmet in Arkansas because that's why that Arkansas game there was the chocolate, the delicious Cougar Tails for the blackout.
They're not that good. We don't need to get into that, though, but I don't know. I do find myself missing, and maybe it's the rivalry game, to be revealed at a later I don't know.
I see your point, but they did kind of do that, though, with the 96.
Yeah, but that already happened.
I know, but
There's nothing mid-season where it's like, ooh, what's it going to be?
What you could do now is, now that you know that the jersey's coming out and you got a few weeks to prepare, you can maybe do some fan apparel gear drop.
I would love that.
Like, hey, 1996 exclusive stuff at the Cougar Den at the West Sideline. Go, West Sideline store. Go get that at LaVell Edwards Stadium. Something like that. I think that could be, because honestly, we're in the content business. every Monday it was like, I got, this press conference. I got this uniform drop. Just take something off my plate, please. So now this is off the table. I'll keep tabs of what the opponents will be wearing for those BYU games. But I just like that, look, BYU fans like to plan. I like to plan. I like just knowing what's going to be on deck. And now we know.
What's going to be your favorite uniform mashup of the year? I bring that up because you can't just pick your favorite uniform combination. Yeah. It's also got to be combined with what the opponent's colors. What's going to be your favorite clashing of uniforms and colors this season?
That's a good question. When you say that, my instant thought is the Oklahoma State game. I like the contrast of royal blue and orange. I thought that game looked pretty cool last year, but it was a black helmet for Oklahoma State. I want to see them go with some orange lid or something to contrast, because you don't see orange very often. So I just think that kind of pops a little bit to me. So I'd say BYU, Oklahoma State.
I think that Arizona State one to me is one that's going to look great. The royal blue helmet, white face mask, white jersey, royal pants. They'll probably be in some maroon combination. That's going to look nice at the end of November.
I'm having flashbacks of Tyler Algier stripping Merlin Robertson. BYU wore all white that game, and I think ASU wore black.
Did they?
Well, I'm just saying because
I think you're right.
It didn't pop visually like you typically expect from ASU. That yellow and then the maroon. Hopefully they're rocking something like that. Maybe their traditional lid with that Sun Devil. I don't like the pitchfork as much, but that will be a good looking matchup. I think a few years back when BYU played USC, that looked awesome. So those uniform matchups and also BYU Utah. Red versus blue, that looks awesome. That looks really good every single time you get that picture at the line of scrimmage, those two teams squaring off in the trenches. That's always a great picture.
Disappointed at all that you don't have the white helmet with the Navy accents?
I'm disappointed that they don't have the traditional road look, white helmet, white jersey, royal blue pants. But an underrated look to me is that Houston game one. The navy blue helmet, navy face mask, navy blue jerseys, and white pants. I like that navy blue helmet. I think it looks pretty good.
I do too. I can't believe I'm even saying this, Mitch, but I felt like maybe there was a opportunity to have one or two more Navy games. 10-2 is quite in favor of Royal. Are you sad that there's no black?
No. I did love the black helmet last year with the royal blue speckles in there. I thought that was the best looking black helmet BYU has rolled out. It was far better than the Vegas game black helmet that BYU wore against Notre Dame and against SMU in the New Mexico Bowl. But it's blue. BYU is navy blue. They're royal blue, whatever blue it is. BYU, as Kalani said when he first became the head coach, they're going to own it because it's BYU blue. And I do like that they've just taken ownership of both colors. Because there are connections to BYU's history with the navy blue in the 60s, in the early 2000s, and players that played in that era, they can, connect with that. It's like my color that I wore during my play days is not completely forgotten. So I think there's some value there. Heck, even Kalani wore the navy blue. So I like having that part of it. I do always lean royal because I just think that is BYU at its peak. Like royal blue, BYU football, that is just, it's a noon kickoff. That is BYU at its best.
Yeah.
You got the Sprite. You got the hoagie.
Sprite?
Yeah, man.
Were you a
Sprite?
hoagie yogi guy back in the day,
of
or
course.
a teriyaki sticks bowl?
Hoagie yogi, man. Hoagie yogi with the Sprite. That's BYU football at its peak. Come on, that if you didn't experience that growing up as a kid, you didn't live as a BYU fan.
I did, but I don't miss it. Let me put it that way.
I'm not saying bring it back. Okay, I'll take that Coke Zero now. Thank you very much. Okay, but that Sprite, man, with that blue straw, it was hitting nice as a kid. That was like okay, the whole week I get that Sprite. Yeah, awesome.
I've never felt that way in my life, except for when they had remember they had the Kobe and LeBron Sprite remix.
Oh, yes.
I was into the remix, but that's the only Sprite stuff I was ever into.
True stuff.
Should we take a break?
Let's take a break.
All right. On the other side, we're going to shift gears and talk about a cool opportunity for you BYU fans to watch BYU football on a movie theater screen. We'll do that with Scott Daw next. Stay with us. It's a cool opportunity for you coming up this fall.